In the 21st century, the world is taken over by technology. One of the most commonly used technology is the smartphone. According to the Pew Research Center, 64% of Americans own smartphones. People use their smartphones for different purposes. Let's take a close look at how smartphones are used by teenagers at schools. The smartphone is not just a tool for direct communications. The present technology in the smartphone allows teenagers to be distracted. Andrew Healy, the assistant dean of students, describes.
We describe cell phone use as extremely prevalent on campus and at many times an enormous disruption. I think it's something that's taken over the way we function, the way the students work, and the way we communicate with each other. And in many ways, I feel as though we've taken one step forward but two giant steps back. I think it enables anyone from faculty to students to anyone else within our community to take certain shortcuts in the way that they would typically communicate with people. Perhaps you're making a huge generalization, but yes, I do think that they're misused, and for all the good that they can do, there's a tremendous amount of bad that comes with them. And I think especially with teenagers, they've yet to totally master and learn how best to filter the good from the bad, how best to regulate those two items, and how to manage the incredible distractions that come with a cell phone, and specifically, as I said, with the other technology that is available on the phones.
Nick Schutz gives his perspective about using smartphones.
Distract us from doing well in school, but also a big component of Lawrence Academy is talking to people and meeting people and kind of creating a network, and it prohibits us from creating the network we could have, because we're always on our phones rather than speaking to each other.
John Bishop describes.
Smartphone is exactly like a pencil back in the 1950s, or a slide rule. And you wouldn't necessarily take a pencil or a slide rule out of the hands of a child back then. It really has to do with how you use those things, whether they add to your educational experience or distract from it. So I would be for the kids having it in front of them as a useful tool, and that the learning of how and when to appropriately use smartphone. For my time at the Bruins, I was nothing without my cell phone, nothing without my BlackBerry, nothing without my iPhone. It was important for me when I was down on the ice in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup to have my BlackBerry with me so I could tweet from the action. Now that's from a professional, marketing or journalist perspective.
How often do you check your phone? Do you use the way it should be used? Look for the answer inside your question.
Use smartphones and the like.